Hello, my name is Kendra, and I'm going to introduce you to a website called Quizlet. The URL is up here, so you know where to go. Quizlet is a website that was created to help students learn through different studying activities. You can create your own flashcards or choose from over 7 million flashcard sets made by others. So first, let's go to this Features tab. This is going to show what else the Quizlet website offers. So like I said, you can make or find flashcards. You can also use different study tools. You can share and study with your friends by creating a group. You can play study games. And for those of you that have an iPhone, iPad, or Android, you can use the mobile apps and study on the go. You can also use Quizlet in the classroom as a teacher. Alright, let's go back to the Home tab. I'm going to show you how you can search for flashcard sets that are already made. You can either use this text box right here and type in something that you're looking to study. Otherwise, on the right-hand side, we can browse by subject. So let's go to Spanish and see what the website pulls up for us. Alright, as you can see, that kind of took a little while, and here's why. There's 10,000 flashcard sets under the topic Spanish. So if we want to look for something more specific, we can either go up to this search box and type something new, but I'm going to go back to the home page and show you what to do there. So we're going to go back to this text box, and I'm going to type in Spanish, if I can spell, Spanish AR verbs. And let's see if that narrows down our search somewhat. Which, as we can see, it does. There are only 3,000 flashcard sets under this subtopic. Alright, so let me explain what we see on this screen. Over to the left, we have subtopics. We have Spanish by the different levels. We can select just flashcard sets with images. Or if we scroll down, we can sort the sets by most studied, the most recent, or alphabetical. This page shows us a lot of different information. So let's look at line 1. We have the title of the flashcard set, who it was created by, how many terms there are, and when it was created. Now, if you move your cursor over the title of the flashcard set, you'll see that a summary of the flashcards will appear. Let's scroll down a little further, and I want to show you something else. If we look at line 7, you can see that some of these have a camera before the title. This means that the set has images. Also, after this username, it says plus. Plus means it's a different type of Quizlet. Regular Quizlet, the free one, it's basically the same thing, except Quizlet Plus has some extra bells and whistles, such as being able to download pictures from the internet or your own personal computer. However, it does cost $15 a year. Let's click on this and see what these flashcards can help us with. Alright, so on the left-hand side, we can share our flashcards on Facebook, Twitter, or a link. It shows us a little bit more detail about the flashcards. And there's also a discussion box. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the discussion box because people can put things like this, which we don't really want students to see. So if this is something I was using for my classroom, I don't think I would put the discussion box on there. On our right hand side, we see their set champions of the different games that they have. It lists who is the champion of those games, who's completed the learn mode of these specific flashcards, and also most missed words, which I think is very important. This shows you the different terms that you may need to study more thoroughly. Now, if you're just wanting to use the flashcards, let me show you some of the options that they have. So here's our flashcard. We can use this to expand to full screen, which I don't like as much because it is larger, but it doesn't show the full screen, so we're going to go back. We can also shuffle the order of the terms. So let's say you did them once and you wanted to practice again. We could do that. Alright, you can enable audio, so if you want to actually hear how words are pronounced, you can do that as well. Now right now it's showing us both sides of the card, but if we unselect that, we have the English here, we play video games. Click to flip and it'll give you the answer. Jugamos videojuegos. If you want, you can select Spanish first, and then it's just going to do the opposite. Now let me show you some of the study activities that Quizlet has. Let's go to Speller first. I apologize for the wait. Okay, so it is already preset to don't speak. So that means it's going to give you the description over here, we talk or we speak. I'm going to put nosotros, nosotros hablamos. Now that's wrong, which it actually isn't, and that's one of the problems with Quizlet, is if the creator of the flashcards types it a certain way, if you type it differently, it's going to say it's incorrect, even though it might be correct. There's also the option you can do speak Spanish or speak English. In that case, what they'll do is they will say the word and they will have the translation in English here, and you just need to type it in Spanish. Alright, we're going to go to back to set page. When you finish the speller activity, it is going to give you a progress checkpoint. Alright, the next activity that we're going to look at is titled Learn. This is the most powerful study mode. It keeps track of everything you know and the things that you don't know. Configuration, we can select what we want them to grade specifically, so we're not going to look at the case. I don't want to look at stuff in parentheses either, so I'm going to select that. On the left side, it shows you how many questions you have remaining, how many incorrect, and how many correct. So let's just do a couple to listen to music. Escuchar música. Select answer. Alright, and it says that it's correct. Press any key to continue, and it's going to give you more and more. You can also select give up if you really don't know. And it's always going to have you type it, even if you get it wrong, which I think is a really good thing, good practice. Okay, you can also prompt with Spanish if you want to do that. So here it shows you in Spanish, or if you want to go back to English, just unclick that. You can also select Speak It, which is the same thing we saw in Speller, where they speak the word and then you spell it. Okay, we're going to go to back to set page, and I'm going to show you this last activity, which is called Test. And this is one of my favorite activities. So we're going to click on Test. And this is a good one for teachers to use. They can actually create their own tests and print them out. As you can see right here, it says print this test. Right. You can select what type of questions you want, what you want to grade on, what you want to prompt with. You can also select how many questions you want. So for time purposes, we're just going to do 5. Select reconfigure. It's going to give you a new test. Whoops. Oh, I can't remember that one for the life of me. So we'll go to the next one. Hit check answers. And I got a C, 75%. Not very good. So what I can do is regenerate the test, and I can take it again if I want. We're going to go back to set page, and I'm going to show you 2 learning games that they provide, and then I will show you how to create your own flashcards. This first game is called Scatter. It makes everything disappear. You're going to drag the corresponding items onto each other to make them disappear. So we're going to select Start Game, and basically just match them up, disappear as you go. And at the end it will give you your score. Your scores will only be saved if you're logged in. The next game is called Space Race. I don't really like this game. It's pretty hard. But what you do is you kill the scrolling words by typing in their corresponding term and pressing enter. So the thing that I don't like about this is it moves pretty fast. So as you can see, my score went down. You can lose your lives. They're going to ask you to type in your correct answer there as well. So I don't really like this game too much. Let's go back to the home page. Alright, you can either create an account here, or if you want to log in with Facebook, which I know most students have, and adults, we will do that. So I'm going to sign in here, and we will show you how to make your own flashcards. Alright, so here's your home page. You can see all these tabs here are actually going to be found up here as well. If you click on Friends Online, it's going to show you the friends on Facebook that also have Quizlet. Here we go, and here's where you can create new groups as well. If you go to Help, it's going to show you multiple questions that people have that you can look through there if you have specific questions. Feedback, if you want to write anything to the company about what you like or didn't like. If you go to Settings, oops. Under Settings, this is where, if I were you, I would unselect email updates because I really don't like getting a lot of email. Hit Save. You can also log out in this upper right hand corner. Alright, the My Dashboard tab, it shows you the sets that you have created, under which subjects, what you've studied recently, discussions, and further down what groups you're involved in. My Friends in Groups is going to be the same thing that you saw under Friends Online. Alright, Find Flashcards, we already learned how to do that on the home page before we even created our account. And now I'm going to show you how to make flashcards.